Greetings, and today I have another deck video for you guys. So this is a revised deck for a deck that I made some time ago that actually did get quite a bit of like I wouldn't say requests for improvement, but it's like they were definitely giving me suggestions on how to improve the deck. I also came across a similar deck like this in ladder, and I was like, oh dang, like the way that person played that deck was actually really good, and I decided to sort of combine almost all of those suggestions and put them into this deck. So this is the revised enemy fill. Do not be surprised if you see a third version of this deck sometime in the future, but I just needed to give this deck a shot. So as before, the idea behind this deck is to get these Noon Wraiths out on the field and to pretty much fill up your opponent's row as much as possible. And after that, you can kind of go crazy with Jotun and Glusty Warp to pick up some very heavy points. Now, of course, the problem with this deck is if you're taking on factions that can self-damage their own units or consume from monsters, you might as well just give up. Because, I mean, you don't have to. I mean, you still have a chance of winning, but it's like you can't really just rely on that combo on its own. You will have to use the other packages that are sort of included in this deck. So we're just going to go through them, well, not one by one, but just the cards that I think I've done changes on. So the cards that stayed were the Noon Wraiths, Caranthir, Operator, Chiron, Glusty Warp, and where is it? Jotun. So that's the enemy field package. The new cards I added, Ritual Sacrifice was a really big one. Being able to trigger all Death Wish abilities from allied units, I think was actually a really good addition. You can summon more rats while at the same time keeping your Night Wraiths alive in the off chance that you need to play Chiron or the Endrega Warrior to sort of eat up the Noon Wraiths and fill up your opponent's row with rats. We added the Penitent package here with the Beast and Pugo. Now, that idea behind this was that the person played Death Shadow on the Penitent to bring out both to sort of thin out the deck more. But in all honesty, I don't think that's super necessary, especially if you're playing in the ladder. Like, you can get away with maybe adding in a 6 power card, potentially adding an Ice Giant if you want to add on to the Tall Monsters package. Because again, right, like you want to be put in a situation where you don't want to bleed or you don't want to be bled, because if you're bled in the second round, you're actually in a lot of trouble. And at the same time, you also don't want to have a lot of support in your Noon Wraith combo, because if you do and you end up mulliganing into them, you're gonna have a very bad first round, and honestly, you do not want to have that, because your opponent honestly has control with round 1 and 2 if you start with the Noon Wraith combo. So you don't want to do that. So in all honesty, Caranthir here could actually be almost removed, and you could honestly replace it for another card that provides you with some pretty decent tempo. If it were me, I would probably remove it for, I don't know, potentially a Whispering Hillock, in case you need to get out Goliath, or yeah, like if you're but if you choose to downgrade one of your 7 costs, you can actually go up to a 9 and possibly add in the Defender to protect your combos to make sure that they don't get attacked, which honestly wouldn't be a bad idea. So it's like, again, right, that's what I'm saying, don't be surprised if there's a third version of this deck, because this is something I want to play around with and make sure that I get sort of a good version of this deck, right? So yeah. Going further down, we got the Toad Prince. The Toad Prince is again a card that we hopefully are able to use in the first round, where we can just provide some power swings and such. Whisper's Tribute is here in case we need to play Ritual Sacrifice. If we already have Ritual Sacrifice in hand, we do have other options such as the Parasite and a Natural Selection, which isn't a bad idea. We got the package here already. We're running Parasite. Jotun, of course, is one of the big 2 finishers along with Glusty Warp. I added in a Barghest because we also have some other Death Wish units that we might want to get rid of as well. Or if we need Death Wish units for Noon Wraith, then we have that option also. Wild Hunt Rider is here as a deck thin, so if you go first, you can just play Wild Hunt Rider first, and the Dominance ability does go off even if you don't play any other cards before the Wild Hunt Rider. Endrega Larva, one unit of Endrega Larva might not be so bad. Wouldn't blame you if you added 2 to provide some pressure for the first round, but if you do in the first round, you might want to play them both at in round 1, so you can provide some pressure to your opponent and hopefully get them to pass, so you can have control of round 2. Endrega Warrior and Endrega Eggs, I think they were there in the last, and I added, and there's a Natural Selection, of course, if you need to remove any engines. So the idea behind this deck is you have to win round 1 or put yourself in a situation where your opponent's gonna have to go down a card. So in all honesty, like honestly, it's like Dandelion himself could actually be changed as well for a different card. You can potentially change it for an Eagern, because that Ehern does that does add that 13 power value, which is pretty great. Honestly, and another combo you can probably change here as well as Karanthir, upgrade it to a Osril if you want to add that Osril consume finisher in the off chance that your Jotun and Glusty Warp combo just don't have enough points to compensate for infesting your opponent's field with Swarm. So again, lots of changes you can make. Maybe what I might do is do a comparison video of all these different types of decks, because in all honesty, Monsters has so much potential for all these diverse combos. Goliath. Now the thing with Goliath is you can also use Goliath as a means to thin your opponent's deck and also to bring out their highest unit. When it says highest, it's their highest power, not provision. That should be clarified. But yeah, so if you want to fill out their unit even more, that would be a good way of doing so. But yeah, other than that, that's sort of the deck list for this. I am just going to show one game, and the reason for that is because all the other games I had with it were completely whack. It didn't really show the potential of what this deck could really do. So I'm just going to show you one game. Honestly, like, you guys kind of got the idea. And at the same time, it's for some reason it's been taking a bit longer now to find games in ladder. So don't be surprised if this ends up being like a 17, 18, 19 minute long video. It's just going to be one. But hopefully you guys do enjoy it. Leave a like if you guys did. Of course, comment on any changes you guys would like to make. Again, I'll definitely consider the changes and potentially make a third version of this. And of course, subscribe for more Gwent content. And I'm just gonna send you guys over to the game. Who do I got here? We got Penitent running, so we can keep that. It's the thing is, I'm afraid of it getting locked. Gotta get rid of Pugo here. Okay, so we don't have a lot of Moonwraith support, which is actually all right for us. Yeah, it's actually pretty alright for us here, so it's not so bad. Okay, so my first play is definitely going to be Wild Hunt Rider here, per usual. I don't know what kind of deck this is going to be. Is this going to be status? Would be pretty interesting if it was status. Okay. Iron Falcon Troubadour. Are you trying to protect Damien or something? Probably Penitent, actually. Yeah, I will play Penitent actually here. I mean, if it gets locked, it sucks if it gets locked, because that kind of makes it harder for me to not draw these. But it's like, okay, he plays Mantlet instead. Okay, that's actually fine for us. That's actually pretty good. We could just consume it. Yeah, I'll probably consume it, to be honest. What do we even get out from here? The Beast? Alright. That's fine. That might have not been the best idea to put it there. But I mean, it's like nothing I could have done about that, so. We'll play Goliath, I guess, if he keeps playing. This doesn't tell me anything about what kind of deck he's running. I mean, with an Iron Falcon, a Mantlet, for all I know, this could be an all neutral deck. Or a oh, this is a Bandit. Possibly Bandit. Yeah, this looks like this is definitely Bandit then. I'm afraid if he plays a card like Yennefer's Invoke, because we're playing very tall units, so. But I mean, this is Bandit, so I'm okay with this, to be honest. We could actually Bargus this, get cocky, and make him draw his highest unit. That's a pretty cocky play, but I don't know how brave am I feeling today. You know what? I'm feeling brave. Let's do it. It's Mata. Yikes. I drew out the Mata. So, I mean, I don't... Like, why would you run strategic withdrawal with bandits? Like, what could you possibly be withdrawing? I mean, it has to be a Nilfgaard unit, so this definitely can't be an all-neutral deck. There's no way you can run this leader ability with it, so... Living armor, okay. I guess I can pass. I mean, I could also play Wispus. But I think I'm just gonna pass, right? I mean, we get the additional 2 from here anyway, so we're fine. Well, technically 1 because Falcon Infantry also gets a 1 boost. Oh, yeah, that's really clever. That's a pretty good ability, actually. That's a really good ability. Alchemist on the... Actually, this is a really good ability. What the heck? Okay, we got the sacrifice, which I actually might just sack off, to be honest. Oh, no, not that card. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Now, I hope he passes. Because if he doesn't, we're going to be in a lot of trouble right now. That's the problem with this deck, is it can get into a Hail Mary, especially if you don't do so well in the first round. Come on, bud. So you're gonna play or pass? Thank you. You helped me out so much there. I'm just wondering if there's any point in playing Toad Prince considering how powerful his units are. Strange, because I don't know. So my first turn has to start with the Noon Wraith abilities. I have to get these off. This might not be so bad. We gotta get rid of Pugo here. We're gonna go through... Okay, thank you. I needed Glusty Warp more than I needed Karanth there. Okay, awesome. We're good. I think. I mean, playing into the Poet here actually wasn't the best, considering we're trying not to fill up our field too much. But it's okay. We will start with Poet. I hope... I mean, this is where I can kind of hope I can play into Nilfgaard's abilities, where he kind of goes mostly reactive and just starts like tourney jousting and stuff. And just trying to get rid of some of my units. I mean, I do have some consume, so I can actually even use the Toad Prince to consume some of my own units, which is so bad. Alright, what do you do here? I mean, he's running mostly bandits, so... And I don't think Nilfgaard has the ability to destroy its own units. Again, the 2 factions that are really problematic for that are Monsters and Skellige. Those are the 2 worst matchups for this, simply because of that ability. Let's go here. Let's play another one. Okay, so I have to start putting some rats in now. Well, not now. I guess I can go greedy with one more Noon Wraith here. Let me go back a little bit. There we go. We'll start there. Okay, so I think my combo's ready. Now we can actually just play Wisp's Tribute here into the Ritual Sacrifice. Wait. Oh, Ritual Sacrifice is in my hand. I'm stupid. I saw the freaking head of the crone and I thought that was a crone card. I was like, what? Okay, Fion. That's fine. We need... Yeah, no, actually, this has to be... Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Actually, it's not a problem. And we'll just kill actually one of our Noon Wraiths. I mean, this actually gives him more power, but it lets us swarm his field pretty quick. So, next turn is gonna be... Oh, wait, but he has Strategic Withdrawal. Oh, that's a bummer. That's actually such a bummer. Actually, we have Parasite. That's not a bummer. We have Parasite. The only problem is, like, if he doesn't play a Nilfgaardian unit here next, actually, we have him beat with this Parasite, so... We should be alright. Keyword should. The only problem here is... Well, we don't have Jotun, so it doesn't matter, but... Yeah, I think... Like, I'm pretty sure we have a decent enough lead that we don't need Jotun. Or not a decent enough lead, but we're close enough in power, I should say. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we will start filling up his row here. 7 and 9. Wait, what? Oh, there's another... Oh, that's a pity, actually. Whatever, it's fine. I mean, his row's still filled, so... We'll see what he does here. Let's see what he does here, actually. The bad news is I kind of have to play... I mean, I don't need to play Toad Prince. I mean, he's not that far ahead in power, and I've already filled out his row. So I think this is honestly good enough. And he's just gonna keep discarding. I don't get it. I mean, he would have to give up Fion, to be honest, in order to have a chance here, but... We'll see. I mean, is he just gonna be okay? I mean, he's gonna have to use the Nilfgaardian ability on Fion because that's the only card he can really do it on. And if he decides to bring in oh no, if he brings in Damien, then I can't. Oh, that sucks actually. That actually sucks. Oh, that sucks. He can just keep switching his leader ability. Can he do that actually? Is that possible? With that Wagenberg setup? That might be the next Gwent deck I do. I've never tried that. Huh. I mean, is that even gonna work though? That's gotta be an experiment I gotta try out, right? I gotta try out that experiment. Yeah, I have to experiment that. Either that or he just doesn't have Damien in his hand, does he? Alright, bud. He has Letho, but no Damien. I mean, I don't know if I want to Jotun here or play Glusty Warp, to be honest. I'm just afraid... he hasn't played Yennefer's Info yet, so... He probably doesn't have it. Ooh, yikes. Yeah, I was gonna say he had to do that. But I feel like here comes Damien and I cannot stop it. Because he's gonna get armor, and I'm not gonna be able... Oh, morale? Oh, okay. Actually, that's fine. Yeah, I actually think that's fine. I don't actually mind the morale here. Yeah, actually, I don't... Strangely enough, I don't mind this morale happening. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not against this morale. Yeah, I'm strangely not against this morale, so... Do I just have to take the risk and play Royal Decree? I mean, one of those is Fion. Nope, jokes, he got rid of it. Oh, he also got rid of Stefan. Hello? I mean, at this point, I don't think he has the first invo. If he debated me big time, then congrats, but... I swear, if he kept that Yennefer, yeah, okay. There it is. Man, this was a very stressful deck to play with. But yeah, I'm actually just gonna cap it at 1 game for this one. So this is sort of the showcasing for the sort of new and improved somewhat enemy filled deck. Let me know what your guys' thoughts of it are. Leave a like, of course, if you guys enjoyed. And of course, subscribe for more Gwent content. Other than that, this is Enzo signing out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.